What's up, BenchWarmers? We're in the studio tonight. Nice little late night money recording for you. It's been a long weekend, but it's been a fun weekend.
Yeah.
It's been a long but fun weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on in all the leagues. Speaking about things, football in the football world or footballing wise, there's a lot of suspensions, Marco. There's a lot of things that we got to talk about. A lot of games suspended. A lot of precautionary measures taken. But really quick before we get started, my name's Diego, and I'm joined in the studio by Eric, the instigator.
Yo.
And Marco.
The Interrupter.
The Interrupter.
Yeah, I think he's starting to think his
He's
I only do
he's
it
not
once.
a character anymore,
once.
guys.
It's not a character. I'm Edgar
Not a
now.
character
I'm
anymore.
smug. I'm Le Interrupter.
I'm also not. I don't have dreads anymore. Should we mention that?
You don't have dreads anymore?
Yeah, I don't have dreads anymore.
Is Eddie still Brazilian?
And Eddie is not Brazilian anymore.
Oh,
Eddie is
shit.
Eddie. Eddie is
Nice.
Eddie. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that really quickly. Running through the usual housekeeping like we do. We want to remind you that you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, all the other platforms where you get all your podcasts by searching BenchWarmers FC. Eric, where can they find us on socials?
Social media handles, so you can give us a follow, comment, like our pictures, send a DM. Let us know what you want to hear in halftime debates. All Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, BenchWarmers FC1.
Marco, where can they watch us?
And if you want to watch our podcast, you can do it on YouTube at BenchWarmers FC TV.
FCTV. And you can also write to us by using the email benched@benchwarmersfc.com. And like we always remind you, we want to hear from all of you fans, benchwarmers, and followers alike.
And now since you don't have dreads anymore and
Yes.
Eddie doesn't have a Brazilian jersey on for a
That's
random
right. That's right. You can also check out our website, which is
Ooh.
benchwarmersfc.com. There's some nice photos of ourselves up there. You know, not gloating or anything, but it's cool to see us all together.
I'm ugly, so I don't know why I'm up there. But
What are you talking about? You make the whole site.
honestly, I
you pull the
scare
whole site
people away,
together.
but I do what I do.
I just want them to go into our separate profiles to see what kind of stupid things we decided to put up there.
I think we should start to track, how many unique visitors Eric's cute face gets. Like how many clicks you generate, man.
How ugly is this guy really? So let me just go into his profile real quick.
Oh, man. You're going to hit the whistle.
Oh, yeah.
No, never
Oh,
mind. I got something to say.
Okay.
But you can hit the whistle right now.
Whistle?
Yes,
Oh.
whistle. That's kickoff. I just wanted to mess up Eric before he takes a swig of his coffee.
Because he brought coffee for
That-
himself.
Let me just clarify. Did I ask you guys if you wanted coffee? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I just said.
Oh, my God. Did we reply that we wanted coffee? Yes or
how
no?
late?
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
I
okay.
was.
Did you respond in a reasonable amount of time after I asked you about the coffee?
What is a
What is
a reasonable
reasonable?
amount of time?
You
3 to
want
5
cof-
minutes.
Wow, why 3 to 5 minutes? Why can't it be 3 minutes? Why can't it be 2 minutes?
Because
or
it's
1
3 to
minute?
5.
Why can't it be 10 minutes?
Why can't it be 10 minutes?
There you go.
Why
so
couldn't
it
it be
was
10
a reason.
minutes?
No, it wasn't. I mean, why you just wait around scratching my ass, getting some coffee or something?
I mean, we didn't know that
I'm
you
gonna
were
just talk to the
leaving
cashier and
home.
find out what's going on in the personal life. My therapist over here now.
Maybe.
Jeez, I'm the instigator, but I'm not gonna just start problems with random people in the Dunkin' Donuts.
Can you imagine? Pull up and start instigating people
Until
while
you
you ask
guys,
for coffee.
while I
Oh
wait
my
for your
God.
response. 10 years later.
Wow, it literally took a few minutes. But hope you're enjoying that, Eric. Like you enjoyed
I am.
Arsenal's win this weekend over West Ham, 1-0. Lacazette, it definitely wiped the forehead for some a few sweat drops, a few nerves calmed. So, what do you think about this game? I know you woke up bright and early to catch it.
Yeah, man. It was a very, very hard fought game. One that we did not show our dominance that we showed in previous games.
Sure.
So it was a game that was uncomfortable for a lot of us, especially watching it. I know some of us were sleeping because it was so early in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely a game that we were lucky to get 3 points out of it, especially the fact that I don't know how they called, like I said, offside, but it was all offsides for that, and took about 10 fucking minutes to clarify he wasn't offside.
Yeah.
But whatever, that it worked out properly this time. So
Yeah.
that was that, and Lacazette getting on the score sheet, acknowledging the fact that he's not being picked to start over over
Infantino.
Nketiah.
He's having quite, like a bit of a rough season.
He
And
is.
Yeah, and getting benched for these younger players is really, it looks like it's really messing with him.
It is, but and that's what kind of the good thing is that he scored this goal, and then after the game he's like, listen, I know where I'm at right now. I know I got to fight for my spot.
Mm.
So if I got to come in as a power sub to make a change,
Mhm.
I'll do that, and he's doing it. So I'm happy for that.
Nice.
I'm just hoping that Paulo Mari made an appearance with
Yes,
his debut.
yes, his first start.
Pretty dominant.
His
performance
debut
as
with
well
with
for
Arsenal.
himself. Ceballos is looking pretty sharp as well. So everything should be good for Man City. I'm just nervous at the end of the day. It's still a long season. There's still a lot more things to go. A lot of things can go wrong. Still undefeated in the Premier League, at least that is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a long way to go.
I mean, they've been dealt a good injury blow, so hopefully they can be caught on the downwind after this
have
weekend.
Arsenal. Torreira broke his ankle.
And that's right. And Torreira's out, and that was this game.
That was this game. Yeah, early on. I forget what minute it was.
So losing someone like that, I'm gonna ask you real quick, Marco. If someone,
No, Portsmouth. Sorry, it was Portsmouth.
oh right. In yes,
FA.
NFA. Yeah, that's right. Marco, if someone doesn't wake up for their game, would you call them like a real fan?
No. I was up, but I was falling asleep throughout the game. That's different.
That's different.
That's different. I was up. I was up because
Marco, he
I
wasn't
was,
asking
I
you
was,
that. He
I
wasn't
was-
asking you that.
You
No,
see?
I
He
woke
wasn't
up.
asking
No,
you
no,
that.
no.
A
I woke up
guilty
because if
mind
it wasn't
defends
for me,
itself.
they would have never been able to watch the game.
Listen,
Unless they wanted to watch it on their
general
phones.
question.
So
Bro, it was a simple question. You took
yes,
it
it could be a
somewhere
fan.
else.
You was tired, but hey, I was 9 o'clock and I was still tired.
Oh,
I mean, 3 hours of sleep. Anybody would be falling asleep in the middle of a game.
yeah.
Now it's Arsenal playing though.
I mean, you had a bed. I didn't.
Oh.
I
Oh.
I slept on couch, sitting down.
I see that you have another scarf on though today.
I mean, I have to
I'm
rep it
surprised
even
you're
they're
wearing it.
down.
No,
I'm surprised you're wearing it
That's
actually.
true fans are the ones that are there for the when they're low.
Okay.
I didn't see anything else.
Okay, I'm just saying.
He's making a big deal of it. I'm like, just true fans. he said, "Oh, he looked at you." I don't know what he's trying to imply.
I don't see that's not a red scarf. It's white and gold, but okay.
I mean, they're doing phenomenal right now.
Mhm.
Well, the capacity of
When you woke up?
phenomenal means.
When you woke up.
When I saw the goal like this, with one eye
Wait,
open,
he saw halftime. And then he go back asleep.
in between
One eye.
snores.
The next game that we're just gonna highlight real quick. A few of the matches that happened over this weekend. Liverpool, unfortunately, won again. They are now, I believe, the scenario is 2 wins away from the title. They play Everton and then Crystal Palace. I believe the scenario was there was a crazy breakdown that they did on NBC that I saw, but basically, if City loses again, if City lose on Wednesday to Arsenal, then that means they've taken 2 losses, and it means that they can secure it with 2 wins, like it's over, and they'll probably be able to get it by the Everton match.
So, oh yeah, you're right. That was the whole thing. Winning at Goodison Park, winning it at your rivals.
Winning at
Stadium.
At your rival stadium. So, Mane and Salah did the dirty work. They went down to an early goal in the beginning. Callum Wilson. I thought Bournemouth were actually going to do the deed. There's not really much that I want to say about the Liverpool match. So I do want to focus. Does it just add that much more value to winning a title at your rival stadium? Because I know Arsenal have done it, and having that feeling is it something that's gonna really like. My question is is it really gonna matter though? Like, are Everton that big of a rival that they're gonna because
You just answered your question. It's the Arsenal Spurs rivalry is a lot deeper, a lot more
competitive, maybe?
or just I guess I don't know, just bigger than the Liverpool Everton one is.
Okay.
In my opinion, at least. I could be completely wrong, but
Sure.
when you look at people from over here, let's say in the United States, right, they don't watch the Prem every year or every weekend like we do, but usually when you see the names Arsenal, Spurs, Liverpool, you can think of Everton all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually further down the pecking order. But no, I think you had your own question that it's not that big of a rivalry. If it was Liverpool winning it at Manchester United though,
Oh hell no.
at Old Trafford,
way.
that I think would be the ultimate
More
cherry on the
meaningful.
cupcake. That would be
I would-
that would make it more meaningful. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be
I would
good
go
for
into hiding.
Liverpool. for the Derby and everything. But I don't think it's gonna be as sweet as it was for Arsenal in that situation.
So something that wasn't as sweet either was Spurs dropping points again to Burnley. 1-1 draw. A bit of a weird one because Christopher Wood took the lead very early. Then you had Dele Alli equalizing. There were 9 yellow cards in this one. It just looked like a bit of a mess. I remember speaking to the only Spurs fan in existence, Josue, and he was saying that he was just pissed off. He was upset. And really, the one thing that this means is, they're really faltering without having Son and Kane together. And then there's rumors now that Kane might go to United. Marco, do you think that's something that's actually possible, or is that just a rumor?
I mean, if Mourinho stays, there's a possibility. But the thing, I think Kane already established himself that he wants to be a legend. He doesn't want to be. He's not looking for the
glory,
the trophy glory. He's looking more to become a legend for his own club. So
I mean, it should be pretty easy at Spurs. So
if you were Eric, if you were Kane, would you stay?
No, God no.
Okay.
No, God no.
Arsenal fandom aside, would you stay?
No.
But
Mourinho is Mourinho. Like that's it. I'm not playing for that guy. He's just a sociopath. And let's look at the club, man. They bottled up all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to be a legend for the club that you're at, I guess do what you want to do, but you won't be considered great amongst the rest of the world if you stay at Spurs your entire career.
Yeah, it's just not happening.
Just like for Arsenal, like Thierry Henry was one of the best, the best striker in the Premier League for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But once he went to Barcelona, I think it took him to another level because he got that Champions League under his belt. So it's like with Kane, he can stay at Spurs, but he won't win anything of value.
Right.
So
right.
Why would you rate him as the best?
He would be like a Totti kind of thing for Roma.
I hate to say that because I rate Totti a lot better than Kane, but that's actually true.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think Totti, like,
he had chances, he just never took
them.
He loved
his career.
As far as his career went, yeah. I mean, yeah, you look at Totti, you're like, oh, he's a legend. Of course he's a legend because he did so much for Roma, but Harry Kane doesn't do all that for Spurs either. Totti, I think, did more for Roma than what Kane is doing for Spurs.
Right, yeah. Man, I don't know. Speaking about it from like a United perspective, it's really weird just to see Kane rumors. And honestly, I don't
United
know.
though, would you take him?
So. Would I take him? Shit. This just seeing how the team is playing right now, like we'll get to it, but I see a different. I guess path. Yeah, I see a different kind of football that is like benefiting the people that are there now, and adding someone like Kane, who demands a lot of attention, a lot of service, a lot of focus on the ball. I feel like that's just gonna throw a wrench in it. So that's my 2 cents on it. Chelsea Everton 4-0 for Chelsea. What? Like, there are no Chelsea fans here or anywhere, so that's why we have nobody to comment about it. But I just wanted to put out that score line because we had, I think, Pedro scoring. Giroud scoring.
I think Willian scored as well.
Yes, Willian scored as well. And I'm not sure if Marcos Alonso got on the score sheet too. But one of the things that I did want to bring up is this 18-year-old kid, this Billy Gilmore kid.
Yeah.
And Jesus, like after watching the replays of him just making the crap out of Fabinho for that play, he's
Fabinho?
Yeah.
Oh, for the FA.
Correct.
Gotcha.
For FA. It was just damn. Like he's young, but he's definitely taking his chance. Like he's a lot of people are talking about him. Yeah. A lot of people are talking about Billy Gilmore.
Well, he has 2 man of the matches in the past 2 games.
Yeah.
For Chelsea, so
he stepped up.
That's huge. 18 years old and doing it for your club.
That's something that I guess
I actually had Everton win this game.
I did too, man.
I actually feel bad for Ancelotti.
Yeah.
I have high hopes for him, and he's one of the people that I actually admire a lot in the world of football. And he's not doing really well with Everton.
He was
now.
though. That's the thing.
He was. Bro,
he
got Dominic Calvert-Lewin to start scoring. Like,
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, exactly. These unexpected players start doing well, but then when they drop off,
it's like
you're back to
when
shit.
You're in your
yeah,
high,
you really don't have anything to
I just
fall
hope
back on.
I just hope that next season they give him a little bit of cash and he's able to.
will.
Well, they have the money because they splurge.
I think he can do good things with that team.
I think he can too. But I had Everton win this game. I just didn't see them losing after almost getting points at both Arsenal and against United.
Mm-hmm.
So for them adding this loss on top of that is like, it's definitely like a hit
Yeah,
to the gut.
and it's 4-0, which
And
makes
it's
it worse.
4-0 to like an inconsistent side of Chelsea.
Yeah.
It's hit to the gut, and I feel bad for Evertonians because you would expect them to kind of turn it around at some point, which this would be the point, but too late.
Chelsea Everton. It looks like at least one of the high notes for Lampard's season is that he's playing all these young kids, all these young players. Mason Mount with a pretty amazing control, honestly.
I think did he get on the score sheet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just checked it. He was the first one that
There's
scored.
Pedro
Like,
William,
he controlled
Giroud,
it,
and then Mount.
like receiving the ball, like did a half turn.
Yes.
And then he volleyed it with the opposite leg.
That was a beautiful goal.
Yeah, it was a good goal. It was a good goal. And then I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be here, guys. I'm so happy to be here. And I'm I'm glad that you guys aren't City fans because I would be just unbearable. I would have been unbearable all weekend. But thankfully there are no City fans either in the stadium or in the chat. So
For real,
bro, I can't even.
Well, I can't comment on the game because I fell asleep through it. I'll be honest. I was tired.
That's
I slept
fine.
on the
That's
floor. I don't even think I slept all night. But talk to me. What was they going through your mind? And I'll give you guys credit. You know where it's due. Bruno Fernandes is
the real deal, bro.
Is the real deal.
I mean,
Bruno Fernandes.
I'm actually considering picking him up for the fantasy.
Bro,
fantasy, he's gotten returns in every single match that he started right now. He's 4 for 4 as far as getting either a goal or I think his first match he didn't get anything, and then he went assist, goal and assist, goal and assist, goal and assist now, and he's been phenomenal. And just like, man, there's so many positives out of this, aside from the fact that we beat City twice, aside from the fact that Bruno, I have the GIF now on my phone so I could send it to any of these City fans that pipe up the Bruno Fernandes shushing Guardiola on the sideline.
Oh, I saw that.
Bro.
I thought that was funny.
Bro, that's class. That's class. Like, how could you not love this guy?
Now,
Now,
here's the question. Where's your mind at right now as a United fan? You guys did a double over City, which is, I think, the first time since, 08, 09 or something like that?
First time since Ferguson left. So, first time since basically 2013.
Okay.
2012, 13.
So, you did a double over City. Top 4 is still anybody's game at this point.
Yeah.
And you see how everybody else is looking right now at the moment. Will United be able to keep up this good form for the rest of the season and get top 4? Or is that maybe a little punching above our weight class at the moment?
No, I think I remember telling you guys when you asked me, when is too late. Like, that was the first thing that came to my mind. And like, I'm not gonna be fake and say here like, yeah, I've been pulling for Ole this whole time, and no. One thing is that I did believe from the beginning this is something that's gonna take a long time, and it's gonna take a lot of patience. Of course, one of the keys was signing Fernandes, because how the team has gone unbeaten. What was it? 27 goals scored, 2 conceded. Like, okay, he's not going to magically change everything. But as far as how the team looks going forward, and like he's already done it by scoring and setting up goals, it looks amazing. So can they keep it up? What I've learned from the past 4 seasons that have happened is no, they can't. Because at some point, just like in that the season where we lost to West Brom after beating City, and we fucked it up for ourselves. That's what United has been coming up against. So I'm not gonna get over myself. Be like, yeah, we got this. Like, we just shit on them and Guardiola who or whatever. I can't get ahead of myself. But
for now,
for now, you know what? It's the day after, bro. It feels great. It feels great to beat them, and to beat them twice. With a lot of people, one of the first excuses I saw was like, oh, they had a weakened team. It's like, bro, City don't have a weakened team. They have literally a team A and like a team 1A, like legit. And although De Bruyne was missing, they still had Aguero on there. They still had Mars on there. They still had Sterling in there. Like he threw what he had, and to walk out of that with a clean sheet on top of it, man, that's bro. One of the things that came to mind is what was it? There was a comment that we got saying that like Maguire's so shit that John Stones is better than him or something like that.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
You remember that? So I was just like, damn.
I so agree with it, but
I don't know, bro. I don't
This
see
game
John
does
Stones
beg to
anywhere.
differ. This game
Yeah,
does
definitely.
show the opposite, of
Bro,
that.
but I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the goals because they've been pushing those 2 goals all over the place.
Ederson, man, Ederson.
Bro, Ederson, that was definitely his best Pickford impression because I don't know how he let that slip. But, all credit to the goal, dude. The thing is that, like, I can't get over Bruno, bro. I can't. Like,
He's doing good.
this guy
man.
has, like, 2 heavy set fucking cojones right there to chip the ball over not just anybody. It was Otamendi and Aguero that were right there in front of him. And he still has the audacity to just be like, all right,
Listen,
I got him.
man,
I got you.
Sporting selling players to United have only led to good things, right?
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah,
let's see
for
if this
sure.
is another
It has
one of those
only
things.
led to good things, and I'm excited about it. Seeing the partnership between him and Martial, the whole bromance thing, and how they're like they even banter each other on Instagram or whatever. That's pretty sweet.
Sounds like a boner, like I said.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's something, and I've said it to you before. That's something that I was like, damn, I wish
You missed that.
there were 2 players that had that on my
you
team.
did- you did
Because
too,
they
bro,
sync
saying
up, because they work better. It's almost like Andy Cole and Dwight York, and just like that connection that they had. And then at the end, bro, the Scott McTominay goal, that's just like the icing on the cake, bro. Yes, they could say, and I've heard some butthurt people say that, it was a goalie mistake and it was a gifted goal. It's like, no, McTominay still had all the work to do, and he hit that first time. And the curl on that, like, he knew exactly what he was doing. It was amazing, especially for McTominay. Now I felt freaking dumb though because I know Josue had told me that he picked up McTominay for fantasy.
Yeah,
And I was like, "What are you doing, bro?"
He's not
I
gonna
gave him
score.
so much crap. I hope he didn't take him out because he's gonna freaking hate me. But man, that game was awesome.
You are known to giving bad advice on.
No, I don't. I give suggestions and then people get upset. So
Counterproductive suggestions. That way he can get ahead of you. So
Ask him where he's at.
it's a long
Ask him
time.
where I'm
Wow.
at. After I asked him a simple question.
Wow. So anyway, I just want to say
Very hostile here today.
Manchester is red. Bro. It's definitely. I'm gonna put that as right now like the high note because there's still a lot of work to do for 4th. Always beating a rival is something that just feels good, like El Clásico, like Madrid getting over Barcelona, or Boca getting it over River, or Arsenal doing it over Spurs. You know what I mean? It feels great, man. It feels great, and that's the thing. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, what if it's just like a mirage? What if it's just like a fantasy? Like, what if all they got lucky? They can get lucky. They can absolutely get lucky.
I think that next season is going to be the ultimate tell for
Sure.
all of these teams, for Everton, United, Arsenal,
Yeah, all of them.
Chelsea's going to be the next season is going to be like the season like, all right, you guys got this fluke season that is happening right
Yeah, you
now
got it
over
out.
with.
Yeah,
Now let's see what you can do.
yeah. Now we got to see what they can actually do with their teams.
Yeah.
But man, I was on a high on Sunday. I felt great. I was tired. I was exhausted, but I was like, man, this is amazing.
I wanted to watch the game too, man, but I saw you guys actually. I fell asleep for the games that I didn't really care about. To watch the game I did care about. To watch that and the loss.
That's actually the next thing that I wanted to talk about real quick. We saw Madrid slip up to Real Betis, away at Real Betis. My Mexican side was like a little bit like yes because Guardado had a great game, but man, how do you explain asking our Real Madrid correspondent right now? How do you explain beating Barcelona the way you did? Like emphatically, like honestly, I don't care what anybody says. Like Madrid was the better team that day.
Correct.
And then they let it slip like this against a Betis side that has been tricky, but they usually are able to get the job done.
I mean, Zidane did come out saying it was his fault. He fucked up in the lineup. Now, do I agree? Yes, but no. Like, all these players should be prepared to play at all times. I just think that the chemistry might have not been there. I feel like they would have been using Valverde a lot. In this game, he was missed.
Yeah.
Isco was being used a lot. In this game, he was missed. Stuff like that. So,
And
think
Ramos is
Ramos
right
is
now,
always
man,
Ramos is having a shocker, dude.
But because of Benzema was the goal.
Yeah.
They were so interested in scoring that they neglected the midfield, and I think they were mostly all the players were mostly on the right side when the goal happened, and that wasn't the first time that happened. Courtois and Modric actually had a good combination and were able to stop a goal from going in.
Oh, you mean the one where the I forget which player it was. I think the captain crossed it in, and all he had to do was just literally tap it to the open net.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
actually,
dude.
bro. This happened multiple times. This game, it happened at least 3 times.
No, but I
And
mean,
the last one was when with Benzema pass, that was intercepted by Teo, I think, and that one was that led to the score, to the goal.
yeah, man. Militao is not convincing me.
Yeah.
He's
He
not looking
looked-
that solid.
He looked out of his depth, man.
Man,
Especially against a Betis side.
but
Like-
and that's the thing. If Fekir was on fire, man,
He was,
Like
he
when
was,
he's-
he was.
He was. When he's on his game, I could see him kind of orchestrating everything for Real Betis, and that's what he did this game. He played out of his mind, and I mean they got the result, man. It sucks because like you
sucks,
said,
bro.
beating Barcelona the weekend, 2-0, and then just to
And
lose
then, like back down
again.
to earth, bro. Back down
first
to earth.
place. Yeah, it's like it's
It's like
this
all
is
that
how
hard
leagues
work, all that hard work that was done is like
gone.
erased,
Yeah,
bro.
all
because
the
of,
this is
like, a
how
bad
leagues
game.
are won and lost.
Yeah, certainly.
This is to me
Absolutely.
right now. Real Madrid are losing the Liga
Yeah.
because of this game.
They had it in my eyes, bro. Honestly,
That was
for
it.
both- yeah, they
That
had it
was
won.
it.
Madrid had it won, and then after this game, it's over.
I think it's over.
I don't think there's any other teams that can actually give. You know, it's happened already. You know, but I don't think there's any teams that can give Barcelona like some trouble.
I think Barcelona has at least one more loss, and Real Madrid might have one as well. I don't think that league ends now. I think there is more to play, and more than one team is gonna fuck up.
I mean, I could definitely see that happen. I can see I can still see the table switching up and down until the end of the season.
I think this is gonna.
I
go
just think he's
tomorrow.
gonna end up being Real Madrid, not clinching it up at the very end. When
I'm
they have
hoping
to.
not, but I feel like at least this year, either team can end up there because either
Yeah.
team can fuck up at the last.
I mean,
minute.
they're both
They're not at their
bad,
best.
and exactly they're
They're
both
not
bad,
at their best.
and it's crazy because we say that they're not their best, but they're still
so many good
first
players.
and
There.
second place
Yeah.
in the
Which-
table, and
It's nuts to say.
it's just like the dominance in both those teams is ridiculous. But yeah, no, Real Madrid, man, this game was
They should have
definitely
won
one
this
to
one.
forget. I was upset, and Jeff actually sent, who's a Real Madrid fan of ours.
Mm.
He sent us. Did you see the message?
Yes.
Pretty much, it's a whole article based on how Zidane is overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah,
So he
well,
got
actually-
exposed.
Actually, Jeff has been from the beginning. He's
He
always
doesn't like him.
he's not a
Anti
fan.
Zidane, but
Yeah,
this guy has delivered 9 trophies
That's
and
what
9
I'm
finals.
saying, bro. I love Zidane.
I do too, but I think Jeff, for him, he hasn't been blind by the fact that Ronaldo was there. I think Jeff feels that if Ronaldo was never there, he wouldn't have been able to accomplish those 3 leagues.
That's why I want to give him not only this season. I want to give him next season too.
Zidane.
Yeah, because this season is technically the rebuild season. The year this is what, second year without Ronaldo now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like we should be still like kind of finding our place again, getting
And-
at least winning a trophy now at this
and
point.
our replacement has been injured the majority of the year.
Exactly. So I think maybe this season and give him next season.
Holy Jesus.
Exactly, bro. So it's like I think Real Madrid are currently probably shooting above the weight class. They're Benzema's playing outside of himself right now. He's
Yeah.
doing more than he's ever
Yeah.
done in a long
And
time.
if he
I've
fucks
never
up,
seen that
I
work
mean,
rate from Benzema.
Yeah, and if he
I've
fucks
not.
up, he's been carrying the team for the majority of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
And doing it again in this game, scoring the penalty, taking it away when they were having not so good of a, I guess, cameo in this game.
And who knows? Ronaldo might come back next season too.
Yeah.
Yo, so what do you guys think? Yo,
Did you saw the picture that they sent us, right? Because
Yeah.
we're gonna go walk into another game later
Yeah.
in the conversation. But
Mhm.
you're not in the chat. Do you have it up by any chance?
the photo?
Yeah, it's one of Messi looking missing Ronaldo in La Liga, and, like having it's a cartoon, so he has a portrait.
Yeah, it's from the it's on WhatsApp, so don't feel upset since you don't have WhatsApp. But he has like the
And we'll try to add it, or at least add it on IG or something.
yeah, man.
The
That's
picture.
funny. That's funny.
So listen, after seeing him in the building, do you think that a Ronaldo reunion with Madrid is
I never counted it out.
possible?
I never
I don't
counted
count
it
it
out.
out, but the thing is that. So I heard it in Chinguito. So Ronaldo still has 2 more years on the contract. By the time his contract ends, he's 37.
Mm.
Possibilities around Madrid picking up a 37-year-old or slim to none.
Right,
Ah,
but this
it's
isn't
Ronaldo.
just a
For-
37-year-old,
this-
you know?
well, so yes, but again, it's 37. So if he's willing to come in as a super sub, I can see him being in, but I don't think they'll consider him as
Bro,
a full
no
on.
way. No way.
Look, man, if I don't care how old you are, if you're consistently scoring goals day in and day out,
I mean,
there's no way any team should exclude you.
I haven't been always the biggest fan of Ronaldo, but I'd take him in a heartbeat. Like that's one player that I'll
And
take.
Ronaldo did say, "It's not goodbye. It's
Yes.
I'll see you later."
Yeah,
so
see you-
I
I'll
again
see you soon,
I
see you
could see
later.
his contract ending in Juventus a little bit earlier, so he can have like maybe 1 or 2 more seasons at most for Real Madrid, and then call it there.
All
I
right.
mean, that would
All
be
right,
the
so
dream, but
you're Ronaldo. This is the contract. I'm giving you a pen, and I'm saying, if you sign this, we'll get you back at Madrid,
Done.
but you're a super sub. You'll
Done.
only be paid from the bench.
I'm fine with that. I understand.
Really?
Yeah, for me, I'd be fine with that. But
But if
Ronaldo,
you're in
be
Ronaldo's
fine?
shoes, that's the thing.
I don't know.
no,
I don't
but
know,
he
I
also
think-
has to have in mind that he will be able to start some games, but he's not. He can score all the goals he wants, but physically he might not be able to do the 90
That's the
minutes that he
thing.
used
I
to be able
I
to
don't
do.
think, and that could be maybe like maybe a downside to him as a player, like his own ego, how he thinks of himself, which is all positives, but it just may be like a step above what others may see or others may consider. And if the board, let's say the board and Florentino say, listen, I don't think, or even Zidane himself, like I don't think you can be putting in 90-minute shifts every week. I'm gonna keep you on the bench, and whenever I need you, I'll put you in. Like if we're in a pinch, I'll throw you in. If we're playing a final, maybe I'll start you there. Like we're just gonna get to the point where we can utilize you and like be like the maximum efficiency. Kind of like he's 37. Well, let's wait until the knockouts of Champions
So
League
he's
to start
like
playing him.
he's like the Nas button in your car. Like you're going max speed, and then you know what? I got a little bit faster. Hit the button, and Ronaldo comes in.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly my point.
I can see him doing that. And
But will
I
he
encourage
want
that.
to do that?
I don't know, man. I
mean,
I hope so. I hope he would. I hope he would want to do that because again, as a Real Madrid fan and I'm now a Ronaldo fan, I'd say he deserves a final goodbye.
yeah, he does, and he didn't get it
Madrid.
because he knew that he knows that there's a possibility that he would like to come back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I think the Edu, who is one of his good friends that works for Chiringuito, he was saying that he liked the reception that they gave him when he came back to Santiago Bernabeu. Like he felt at home again, which he didn't feel that way when he left.
I was reading he regrets the move.
Yeah, I read that
That's
too.
what I've been reading, but I mean, there's other conversation we're getting into at this
Yeah.
point.
Focusing a lot on Ronaldo and Madrid. Going over to Germany, though, those games are heating up. We have Bayern Munich getting a nice foothold for the league title. They're on 55 points, Dortmund with 51, Leipzig with 50. Haaland setting it up in their game with Dortmund for Thorgan Hazard. They won their game 2-1, if I remember
I wanted
correctly.
to score a hat trick every game.
I really do, man. I really do every
That's all I
time.
want. That's all I want in every weekend from now on forward. I want to get a hat trick and then I'd be happy.
Well, this one was a little complicated because they were playing against fourth place.
Oh yeah,
which is
but
what
I
you're going
just I want Haaland to do the business every day.
Yeah.
I love
The-
watching him play.
The one thing though, especially involving, since we're talking about the German league, involving Bayern Munich, is that their games on Wednesday have been confirmed to be played behind closed doors. So it looks like Bayern versus Chelsea, the return leg in Munich, and then PSG versus Dortmund. Those are two matches that have now been confirmed that are closed off to the public.
Can I ask you guys this question? Because where we going to be past this? Because I feel like this can get like into a little bit deep conversation real quick.
No, let's do it.
All right. So, do you think that playing behind these closed doors is gonna affect the games? And two, how long is it gonna continue going on for?
Affect the games affect the players, affect the teams.
Yeah.
I think so. I really do.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I think so.
Hell yeah.
That's a
Hell
big
yeah.
factor, especially
12th
for
man.
especially right now in the return fixtures. Now that these teams, well, the ones that need them,
Chelsea.
it looks like Chelsea, they were at home, but Bayern won't need the home crowd because they have a good cushion. They have a
That's
3-0
true.
lead. But like for PSG,
Or
Yeah.
or
Being
or
2-1 down.
for Liverpool. Let's say Liverpool had their game to be closed and with nobody there. That's a
At
big Anfield empty.
Ooh.
That's a big hit for them.
I mean, it's
because
usually quiet, so it's not a big difference. But come on, it's not gonna
Uh-huh.
affect them too much. But I think for PSG though, I think PSG is gonna be a big one. That's gonna be affected. Yes, but I'll get back to your original question. Is it gonna affect the teams? I absolutely believe so, because even though they're they're conditioned to play, they're also conditioned to play under that pressure or play under that encouragement for both sides, for the away team and the home team. They're conditioned to have people, clapping for the good things that they do, yelling and screaming, when there's like, or whistling when there's a man behind, celebrating the goals. Like, it's just like, it's going to be very strange to see.
Did you watch the Juventus into the game?
No, I didn't. I didn't watch that.
Oh, I say it because it was so weird watching the empty stadium.
Yeah.
Like it just seemed like a practice.
I didn't watch the Juventus Inter game.
You can hear them yell. You can hear what they're saying and all that other stuff.
It was definitely
It's
like
odd.
it was
It's
odd
really
watching, and for a Champions League game, it's gonna be crazy. And again, Marco has a good point. I didn't even think about that. If Atletico go back to Anfield with no Anfield there,
they
Bro,
haven't
easy.
said that that's gonna happen. At least for England, they haven't
I
said
mean,
it.
it's
Bro.
But it's a possibility that
it's a
all
strong
these
possibility,
teams,
yeah.
if they don't want to travel or stuff like that, then
Because
it could
Serie A
happen.
has officially postponed the league, correct?
Yes, and that's the one thing I wanted to get into. Talking about the that's a good segue because talking about the league positions. I just want to say everyone who said Inter was going to take it away and that Lukaku was going to carry them to the title, you were wrong, because now they're 10 points behind, and they look silly. They look goofy, really goofy.
Yeah, that's Juventus kind of.
Juventus has a nice gap. They're on 63 points. Inter with 54. Lazio with 62. Getting back to the point that you said, though, officially today, as of this afternoon, really, the Italian Prime Minister has officially suspended all sporting activities. Like, Serie A is suspended, literally. Like, they're not going to play up until April 3rd. You said, is it going to be for how long? Right now, we have Italy taking this measure because they have the deaths from the virus situation jumped to like almost a little bit under 500. It's like 460 something, and they have the second highest amount of confirmed cases and infections behind China, where it started. So it's a bit weird because thinking about them geographically, they're so far apart, but for some reason it just seems to be a hub that it's originating. A lot of people are getting sick. And of course, not to generalize, but you would imagine, especially in like these like northern regions, these smaller towns, there's a lot of like older folk, and those are the ones that are more susceptible to
Correct.
a situation like this. So I think April 3rd may not be enough.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
think
scared it won't be enough.
I think suspending it for a month may not be enough, and like getting a little bit serious into it. I think they may need to. I think they may need to stop, indefinitely until they can get some sort of update with treatment.
Or like a vaccine or something. Because
Yeah.
that's the thing. And the coronavirus it's even affecting like sports here.
Correct.
So you saw the NBA
Yeah,
are now considering doing closed games.
yeah, closed door games.
And what did LeBron say? LeBron, and I kind of respect him for saying this, to be honest with you. He pretty much said, "Listen, if the fans don't go, I'm not gonna go play. I'm here to play for my team and here to play for the fans. That's it." Like I kind of respect that in a way. But you
Yeah.
are being paid to play, but still, as why would the fans that pay these tickets to go watch you play? Now they can't go, so maybe just suspending the games indefinitely.
I would say, like I saw it, like I saw the comment, and the way I read into it was like he has a point in saying like why would they put themselves out there if no one's going to go play, go watch? Sorry,
I think play for the fans.
Yeah, I think the actual league itself and like for like these big crowded areas and events, it should just be suspended indefinitely. Maybe I hope he wasn't just saying it as like if they're not there, I'm not going, because then it seems a bit I guess like
Petty.
yeah, a bit petty, a bit shallow minded. But I honestly believe that he said it from a standpoint where like if no one's gonna be there, why would you put us at risk in the first place? Just skip it. We're not playing for anybody, And yes, they might be following the league and stuff, but just take the precaution and keep everyone a step ahead. So I think we were just talking off air about if this is gonna affect the Euros, and I think it might. You think it might too, Marco?
It might not even happen.
It might not even happen.
The Olympics are also in jeopardy.
Yes.
Where they at this year?
I think Japan.
In Japan. Yeah, that's right.
So a lot is gonna happen in the next couple weeks. That might
This week.
Well, starting this week.
Yeah.
My question is what's gonna like? Let's say City A does stop, and then once the month hits, they're like, okay, we're not coming back at all. Who wins?
That's gonna be so strange, dude.
They might just give it the first place. Although it's very unfair because the tables could turn. It's hard to kind of call it the league when mathematically it's impossible or it's still possible for a team to overtake you.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to just kind of cancel the league and say, "I Juve is the winner, Liverpool's the winner, PSG, so on and so forth, Bayern."
Which is it's such
It's
well
a tight
fought.
table, exactly.
Yeah.
But those, I doubt they would give it to this first. I think they're gonna just
Bro, it's such a crazy situation. man.
Asterisks
Think
next
about
to
it, dude. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like a indefinite suspension, and they're gonna asterisk this season.
Yeah,
Be
I
like
think,
there
like,
was no winner.
I think for at least
Whatever.
for the league, it's like kind of more painful than the Champions League because it's like there's so much build up still for it
Mhm.
that literally anybody could take it. So not one person or not one team can say, "Oh, but we were gonna win it." Like no, at least in Liverpool's case, it's
I
like
know, that's
Right.
they're the ones that like they can literally win it.
I know,
like, in 2
but
games.
if this happens, bro, I
it'd be hilarious.
would not
It's
know
like-
what to say.
It'll be-
Injecting a little bit of
Like-
lighthearted humor into it, bro.
As a fan, I wouldn't like that happen to my team,
How no?
but
Of
because
course
it's
not.
Liverpool, I think it's like it brings a smile to your
It's
face. but it's kinda
hilarious,
fucked
bro.
up.
No, it's
It's
very
messed
fucked
up.
up. It's very dark of us, but I still enjoy every second of it, though.
And it's not because of Liverpool losing it; it's because of Edgar not being able to.
I'm gonna not be able to celebrate it. I'll be. Oh,
It's
Sorry,
like-
Eddie.
sorry, Eddie.
It's like, oh, we won the league. It's like if there are no pictures.
It
didn't happen.
Never happened.
I never raised a trophy, or drifting a trophy in like an empty stadium.
Oh, dude.
I mean, I thought. Well, let's cross our fingers.
Or we-
Oh,
I
we
think
might
it gets
be-
better.
I think
but-
yes, of course. Hopefully it gets better. Yes,
Yeah.
I think it might happen though. I think it might happen across
I
all
think it
leagues.
will. I
Just
think
seeing
it will.
this movement by Serie A,
Which is by the Prime Minister, correct? Not from
correct.
the FA of the league.
No. It's from the Prime Minister of the country, saying it's done. Like it's over. We're not playing anymore. A month, I think, is a bit short-sighted. I think it should have been longer. He should have probably done it up until the summer, just suspend the lead for the year. But obviously, they have to take maybe some steps so that it can be, they can
Financially, it's
so
a
that
huge
they can
hit.
plan ahead.
Okay, so so like for Juve, that they already played at home. They had to go play away. Will they be able to play in the Champions League?
That's the thing. That was one of the things that I wanted to bring up next. It's the games for Champions League are governed by UEFA. So now it's on them. The pressure's really on them to say, okay, we have a few matches like the ones we mentioned on Wednesday. We're going to play behind closed doors. When is the point that we say no more?
Or do they relocate?
That
But
could,
where
you
do
know,
where do you
but where do you
requate
go
at
though?
this point?
And
It's everywhere.
The thing is too, yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Juve plays every single home match at Real Madrid at Santiago.
Ronaldo would love that.
Ronaldo would love that.
Oh my God. Oh man, dude, it's a crazy situation. And I think it just needs more time. Honestly, I like the idea of them getting into the fact that they're not gonna just go ahead and just keep playing because it puts a lot of people at risk. But of course, being on the cautious side, and taking these cautionary measures, being a step ahead and keeping people's health and safety in mind is, I think, a great thing anyway.
Bro, I
So-
can't fucking find hand sanitizer anywhere.
No,
Yo,
Anywhere.
locally, yeah, there's nothing, man.
no, but you just soap and water and you should be good.
Yeah, soap and
Just
water,
wash your
man.
hand really
That's what
up.
you need to do,
That's
man.
actually better than hand sanitizer.
But still, I was looking for it. Couldn't find it anywhere. Anywhere.
People
And
have,
if you find it, it's gonna be very expensive.
yeah. You guys heard about that little sidebar, the price gouging on Amazon and eBay. There's third party sellers that are selling like the bottles for $400 each.
Stop
Yeah, man.
playing.
I'm not.
Never mind. I'll pay my luck.
Yeah, man. There was a call over the weekend, or if not earlier, from a senator that said, he sent the official complaint to Amazon to be like, okay, either you take down these price gouging third-party sellers from your sites, or we're gonna have to probably push further into it. And I think they gave him a day of like somewhere like the third week of March. I think March 18th or 19th. But yeah, there was people selling the Purell bottles, 400 each. The other, there's another brand of hand sanitizer that doesn't come to mind, but those are $600 each.
I have one small bottle in my car, barely used. I have it used a little bit.
I had
but-
one there and it
No,
already
well,
disappeared.
No, but listen, hear me out.
Somebody
Hear
already
me
stole
out.
my bottle.
Hear me out.
Sanitizer.
Let's do a social experiment.
Oh my God.
Let's put it on sale for eBay, listed as used, and to see how much we sell it for.
No, man, no
That's
way.
fucked up.
No way. I think you know what? Honestly, I think someone might like out of desperation.
They
bro,
might buy it.
I think they might buy
They might buy it.
Yeah, this is dark. I don't want to
honestly.
judge somebody.
I think they might buy it. But it's like
Sounds
Marco
like
said,
way, though.
you know, hand washing. Honestly, the combination of hand washing, good, 20 seconds, warm water and soap, and then stop touching your face.
Oh,
It's one of
okay.
the biggest things.
The thing is that my problem is I just throw the faucet on, put my hands in for 2 seconds, and close it out.
No, man, you gotta really.
No.
Assume that's clean.
Now,
No.
like at least
You gotta get it in there,
at least
bro.
where I work now, like they have like a picture of like, all right, you do this and you do this and you like,
Yeah,
it's like you
bro.
have to do it for like 30 seconds. And
You know what I'm
like,
gonna do?
oh,
I'm
God.
gonna do one day. I'm gonna make soap in the shape of a hand,
Why?
just to make washing your hand more enjoyable. So it looks like you're shaking your hand while you're washing.
It
your
looks
hand.
what?
like something else, bro. I don't
Correct me if I'm
know.
wrong, is there dry soap? Meaning like you know like there's dry shampoo.
Right.
Is there dry soap?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure.
They should have that.
But I don't. I think it
To
would
carry
be
in your pocket like dry soap instead of like hand sanitizer.
right. That's what I was about to say. It's this. It would be the same premise as hand sanitizer. You know,
Just
you
need
can
water.
use sanitizer, but the whole point of that is, you know, everything is still on your hands. Like they could be dead bacteria, like the dead virus could be still on the surface of your hand.
Correct.
You put that into your mouth. You scratch your eye. You
This
poke
is
your nose.
science now, by the way,
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
So you
We
guys are
went
watching this
from-
and you hear some football.
I said sidebar. I said sidebar.
You know what other thing that's going out quick and is like pretty dumb? It's the alcohol. Not
Oh, the
to
Corona,
drink.
the beer itself.
No, not that.
No, what would you,
Well, yes, that, but
I
that's
want-
for other reasons.
Yeah.
You can bring that up. But no, like actual like pure alcohol,
Rubbing
like rubbing
alcohol.
alcohol. They're selling like crazy
Yeah,
because
they're
people
selling
are
crazy.
because they can't
They're
find hand
making their own.
oh, on
sanitizer.
their own.
They're making their own.
And
fuck-
like, and
what
that's the
was that?
thing that you can't do that because again, anything over 70% is ineffective against things like this. So people think, oh, the higher the percentage, the more killing power it has, and they're over here 91% isopropyl alcohol sold out.
Can you imagine
No,
people like pouring, rubbing alcohol?
no, it doesn't work like that, man. It doesn't.
And back to the beer, Corona beer, actually their sales dropped.
Yeah, which is that's just
Because
like
people
that's a
were-
society thing, man. I
You
don't-
were just ridiculous,
I
man.
know.
Hell no, I ain't drinking no Corona. I don't want that
I'm
virus.
drinking Bud Light.
Oh man. So a nice little sidebar. It is still it's involved with football because it's directly affecting
Correct.
all these matches, the footballing world, how we're anticipating it, how we enjoy the game, how we're watching the game, how it's being played. It's definitely something that's new, like it's a new experience, and you know what? I'm to me it's I don't want to sound excited or enthusiastic. I'm just like fascinated by it because it's the first time that I see something like this and
Worldwide.
seeing how everyone else reacts to it.
Because it's not just, you're right, because it's not just soccer. It's,
Yeah.
It's everything and everybody. This is like legit, like a movie type scenario, you know, where there's a virus going around. And there's no
I'm glad-
solution for it.
I'm glad
It's
you said
crazy.
movie. There's a movie which I recommended to Marco. It came out 2011. It's called Contagion. It's a good watch. It's not real. It's fiction. It's a movie.
Is it fiction?
Uh,
Or is it happening now?
Documentary.
but
Or is it happening now?
but yeah, it's a pretty good movie. It's
They
the-
just,
the crazy thing is that they put a lot of like A-list actors and actresses in it just to get people to like watch.
Oh.
And like I was rewatching it over the last week. And I was like, damn, I forgot there was like they had Lawrence Fishburne in there. They had Bryan Cranston in there.
oh, really? Wow.
They had Mark Wahlberg in there. They had Marion Cotillard in there. Gwyneth Paltrow, a bunch of people. But yeah, Contagion 2011. If you can get your hands on it to watch it, it's pretty crazy. But it's not real. Don't take my comments like, "Oh my god, this is what's going to happen to us." No. It's just very interesting
The
to see.
apocalypse.
But speaking about like, a movie too, a lot of the some of the movie premieres have been moved too.
Well, they're trying to
They,
avoid
they
every
moved them from
companies,
like the spring over to the fall and seeing,
Yeah. Large companies and everywhere basically they're trying to avoid large gatherings.
yeah, large gatherings and crowds. Hey, bro, but
So with that being said, it's my last day here. I won't know, I'm scared of you guys.
but one of the things actually is I think we're diving into too deep of a rabbit hole. There's actually like there's people out there that are like that sick that they've gone out saying I'm gonna go get other people sick. There's a guy in Japan that was quarantined and he escaped. He told his family, "I'm gonna go get as many people as I can sick with coronavirus," and he went out to like the red light district, to like the bars and nightclubs, and then they had to like I think they caught him like 2 days later or something like that.
Oh my gosh, that's
There's
that's
people
dark.
there's people that are actually like
I saw a video, and again, I'm going to this rap. I'm down with it, man. Cause
I'm down with it too. It's crazy.
Because I saw this lady in China.
Yes.
She was infected. She had her
Mhm.
mask on. She took it off and spit in another person's face.
Yeah.
It's like what? Like what do you? This virus could kill that person. You're intentionally trying to kill that person.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
It's
man.
nuts.
This is legit some apocalypse. Fucking what's that movie called where
Contagion,
people?
bro. Contagion, bro.
The other one I'm thinking of. Where there's no laws, no rules.
Oh,
like Purge.
The purge. People are like, have to come down with me. Have to. You know, just like spitting everywhere.
There's
Loogies.
I mean, it's crazy. Right now, though, I don't even. It's just because I've been reading so much about it. I don't want to sound like, oh yeah, I'm like I know everything, or I don't want people to be like, oh, but
Diego
the two people that listen to us, like, oh, but Diego said. But for now, it's not airborne. It only you can only infect someone with aerosol droplets. So that's like the spit droplets that come out when we cough or when we sneeze. If that gets directly into someone else's mucous membranes in their nose, mouth, or eyes, that's how you spread the infection. And it's been shown to live between 2 hours up to 2 days on certain surfaces. You can't get it from like a delivery or a box. It just doesn't survive on that. But on other surfaces, especially
So you're
ones
gonna
that are used a lot with like touching hands and
if
stuff
you're gonna
like
make
that.
out like a random person who has coronavirus, you're gonna get coronavirus.
Oh, definitely, absolutely.
All
I'm
right.
kidding.
So I'm not going out for a long time for a lot of people.
Listen, it's a lot of people. There's a lot of people at risk.
Thankfully, Call of Duty came out with
Call of Duty has an update tomorrow, so I'll be spending my afternoons and evenings indoors.
These people are like checking their phones right now, like, what the hell? This BenchWarmers that I put
this
on.
BenchWarmers is your daily news in general.
Yeah, but switching it up, kind of to like wind down the end of today's episode. Yes, Call of Duty is going to roll out their new battle royale tomorrow. So that's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be fun. Thankfully, I'm tired of Fortnite. It's done. Fortnite's over.
Yeah, no.
It's canceled. I'm sorry. It's done. I think that's really it. There's one question, which we'll end the podcast with, and in light of all these closing suspensions of the leagues, do you think that having a super league is a good idea?
Now, are we taking out another tournament? Or are we just adding this league involved with
That's
the other?
important. That's
and
important.
what time of the year will this league also fall
That's
in?
also important.
So, in my opinion, I don't think, to answer your question, I don't think they would move it to the summer because then the players literally have no break.
Yeah.
They play all year round, every season pretty much. For
Correct.
those that make it. So I think maybe taking out a league, taking out Champions League because this is just an extended version of Champions League.
Yeah, the expanded one.
Yeah, so I just say take out Champions League and put it in for the Super League. I'd be okay with that.
But do you think they have to take out Champions League and Europa League though? Because those teams might fluctuate from one to the other, and if you're in both,
I think with the Europa, there's so many teams involved.
that's it. I think what they would have to do is just have like a legit call, like a culling, and just cut off all those teams that have been competing and be like, sorry, you're just not up to par. It has to be the top.
Yeah, so like
That's
top
the
5
whole
of each
point.
league.
That's the whole point of the Super League. Top 5 of each league.
Yeah, make
That's
it simple as that, and then have instead of like top 4 Champions League, bomb 2 Europa, like no, boom,
Super League.
This is
Boom.
the Super League.
That's it. I think it
And
can
pay their
now.
points.
Now, do you guys think it can a Super League can replace both Champions League and Europa League logistically? As far as like planning when it's going to happen, because another thing here is you're probably going to involve a lot more teams. Where do you fit those matches? We're already seeing a problem with fixture congestion, even in the Premier League where they're calling to cut out the EFL Cup, they're calling to cut out the FA Cup because there's too many matches.
Yeah,
I think during the season, of course, in the summer, no way. I think, like you said, I agree with you. It's giving them no break. A lot of players aren't going to be in form, and then I believe if you do plan a Super League for the summer, we're gonna run into a problem of burnout we're going to see these great players start to burn out, either get injured or just reach their peaks way sooner than usually.
On top of that, you're cutting off the Euros.
Yeah, and then all
Confederation
that's the
Cup,
thing.
Copa
The summer is
America.
reserved for like all like the big
Well,
international tournaments.
I think a Super Cup is no.
No
I
Super
would,
League.
I would never do it. No.
No Super League.
No. There's no need for it.
Okay.
If they were going to fix something or make something better, I think what I consider El Mundialito is something that they should target.
Can you elaborate more on that?
What is it called? It's the
Club World Cup.
The Club World Cup.
Okay.
Yes, I would take it out of December and put it in the summer. And then, I would only do it like the World Cup 4 times a year. At least 2 times a year, before and after the World Cup.
Okay.
Wait,
Wait,
I'm
wouldn't that-
confused.
So he's saying instead of having the Club World Cup immediately after the World Cup, Champions League, every December, to play it like an actual World Cup and have it every 2 years instead of every 4, and put it on either side of the World Cup. So like we had World Cup 2018, we would have had a Club World Cup 2019.
Euros 2020, Club World Cup
So
2021.
another tournament between
Yeah.
the other ones.
Yeah.
And
So
then
now-
you
so
say
now we'd have
burnout and all that
tournaments.
stuff, but they still go play the Euros. They still go play the World Cup, and they still have vacation time. So I think that if they do it as a 1 month type of thing, it should be more than enough.
Actually, like I mean, I like the idea of expanding the Club World Cup because it's just like it's nothing. It's 3 matches and it's over. And it's like and
Nobody
those
pays attention
matches,
to it.
yeah, nobody pays attention to it.
Realistically,
I think yeah,
I agree with
that
you.
idea. I
People
think that- I
people
think
don't
they should
pay
expand
attention to it because you're watching, for example, Liverpool play. Who did they play last season? The Flamenco.
Flamengo, yeah.
I mean, it's a good game to watch. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not jumping out of my seat for
I
it.
mean, that's in everywhere. We don't
I'm
we
not
don't
gonna-
want to watch Salvador versus España, let's say.
No, but yeah,
But you
that's
have
why
to go through
yeah,
those games to make it to the
yeah,
next
but that's
ones.
different. You're talking about clubs playing from different continents, different parts of the world.
Mm.
The Super League, it's the top 5 European leagues.
What is the Champions League then?
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Would you take out champions in Europa?
That's what I said. I wouldn't.
But you're talking about a completely different tournament, though.
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
So I would put my priority on something else and not create the Super League.
I
Oh.
see.
Oh,
I see.
okay, so, okay.
Yeah, expanding the Club World Cup. I think the idea of a Super League is enticing. It's interesting. It's cool to think about, but I think to actually execute it, there's just too much going on, and they have to get rid of something, and I don't think they're going to.
I mean, can you just imagine a league where
my
you have
Well,
like Real Madrid, PSG, Juventus, United, City, Arsenal, all battling throughout the longevity of a season
okay.
for the most points? Like that to me
It's
is
cool.
the ultimate. Like you're the best of the best.
You're the best of the best. Yeah.
What if they do it this way? The 5 biggest leagues. So it would be the top 5.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. They grab so for 5 it would be 4 teams from each league to make 20.
20 teams. Yeah.
All right. They only do it once every 4 years. And in the time frame of those 4 years, they can't play their own league. They can only dedicate themselves to that one league. And then to close up that 4 gap, you bring in from the second division. Just for that 1 year and 1 year alone.
No,
The thing is that if there is no timing for it. So if you want to be part of the Super League, it's once a year. And then the
Nah,
4
that-
top teams are the ones that go.
that
And
too much
that's
is-
the only time you can do it. Because
it
you
makes
can't
no
add
sense.
another league on top of the leagues already happening.
But it makes no sense for them to do that because one, the FAs of each league would never allow that to happen. Imagine Serie A.
Losing Juventus.
Juventus.
Inter, or
Imagine
Lazio.
imagine
AC Milan can make it back to the first place.
Imagine League 1, the only team they have, PSG.
Somebody else can finally win
you
it.
You think that
Yeah, but I think-
FAs would
that's like-
never allow it to happen.
I think that's reason for banter though. It's like, oh, you literally needed PSG to go fuck off and so you could win the league.
Exactly. That to me, the FA would never allow a team just to leave for a season
I
just to
mean,
go
I
play.
like that. I like that idea. Like, okay, like you exit your league, you go play. It's like kind of like sending them to like Super League Hunger Games. It's like whatever team survives comes back, and then you just promote somebody.
It would lead to more competitive play within that league, I guess you could say, because they're not worried about both. But I don't know. I just I can't imagine that.
I just personally, for me, it would be like, all right, wow, you expect the World Cup to come along, like, oh my God, the World Cup is here. Imagine having that feeling for a full year, every 4 years.
Well, that's
That'd be sweet.
that's what the World
bro.
Cup in the
Yeah,
Euros
but
for.
you have it
That'd
for
be
a
sweet.
full year, for a whole season. You have that feeling of, oh, I'm gonna see the best of the best every 4 years.
I mean, it sounds fun for a while, but then if you think about it,
Everything.
let's say Arsenal make it, because
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
back to our
the top
our
four.
invincible selves.
This is just to be clear. This is a theory, guys.
This is a theory. Now imagine that we fall back into our current form, which is not bad, but begins to be playing like shit. So we're gonna be in 19th, 20th place the entire run of the Super League, and I'm gonna be hopeful for that. I don't think so, Marco. I would rather still fall in the Premier League.
That would be the same case if you made it just a normal Super League and it would just live between every other league.
Well, no, listen.
That's literally what happened.
Dude.
Yeah, but now you're talking about now you're not only watching your regular league, now you're just watching your team play like shit all season long and not have a chance to play Norwich or something and get some points out of it.
So it's you watch your team play like shit. No, it's watch your team play like shit once
It's like,
every 4
damn.
years.
Like damn,
Or
we just got thrashed
for a whole
by
season,
we
for
just
a
got
whole
thrashed by
season.
Juventus.
No,
Now we
or
play City
every
next.
season.
Damn.
All
we
right,
just
then
got
look at our run for the next 5 games. Juventus, PSG, Borussia, Bayern. Oh my God, there's no break in between there. You think, no, I'm good. No, Marco, I'm straight. I don't want.
No,
I don't want your.
But then
theory.
what's the alternative?
Huh?
What's the alternative?
Not that. I don't want to.
No, because what you guys are saying is, if there is a Super League, then this would be every year.
Correct.
Arsenal will still have to do this exactly the
Yeah,
same
but
thing.
you're saying about once every 4 years that they step out of the league like, hey Premier League, I'll be back next year. Go to the Super League, get demolished by every team, stay in 20th place the whole season long, just to come back to the Premier League. Which
there is no relegation. There's nothing to worry about.
Hey, big head, can I come back?
There's no relegation, so you're good.
This doesn't matter. So what happens when you go
can
back
you
to the Premier
imagine,
League?
bro,
Like that's just too much.
Bro, the
man.
banter from that would be insane.
Dude, like
bro.
you literally
You
leave-
have 3 years to
Again.
get your name back up.
This
Bro,
is all.
stop.
This is Marco's theories, man. When he's right. He's right.
Hey, no,
And
but
he's
like,
wrong. He's wrong.
hey, I didn't see you guys go out there and figure something else out. That would.
I mean,
no,
I'll
you
give
you didn't think outside the box.
I mean, I give you
you
credit
just
for
throwing
that.
it on top. I'm
it's a-
giving you ideas.
It's a cool idea. It's a cool idea, but dude,
Like,
even-
come on,
even
as a
in-
fan, you
even
wouldn't.
in-
You're
bro,
gonna
I
say
would
me
not-
wouldn't like that.
no way. I
No,
wouldn't
I
want my
wouldn't
team.
like that.
I would be so afraid for my
Bro,
team to do absolute
I
garbage.
think it would be
That'd
hilarious.
be freaking 20th place in a
Can you
stacked
imagine?
freaking league.
Today you
All-
play against Barcelona,
It's
tomorrow you
like-
play against Real Madrid,
Bro,
the following day you play
that's what-
Bayern.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine
Your
getting
easy
beat.
is Lazio.
Imagine getting beat 4-0 5 times in a row. Like that could break somebody. Like that could break.
Yeah,
That could break
he threw the
spirits.
idea out, but then think how far ahead.
No,
of it
no,
was
no.
all. That's
I-
what we're here. Look, we come up with a great hypothesis like Marcos, and then we
I think
we
outside the
poke holes
box.
in it and we figure out where the problems are.
Bro, I would hate that, bro. I'm sorry. Like, if I were a team like Madrid or Bayern that are a bit more solid, at least consistent with their play, I'd probably be like, yeah, you know what? Fine. I would love to thrash on freaking Arsenal, United, or whatever other team, Lazio
Spurs.
or whatever, Spurs that get in. Like, yeah, like I look at it now as like, like a classroom full of bullies.
Yeah.
Just like pounding on each other.
Exactly.
Bro.
There's
No
like a bunch of
way.
kids like 6'8", 250 pounds, and then scrawny little fucking piece of shit.
I mean, it's not gonna really happen. So
No,
no,
but
but I'm
it's
just
a
saying,
thing.
like,
But
I wouldn't.
it's a nice way of thinking outside the box.
Yeah, for real, for real.
Even with inside the box,
but the banter
It'd
from
be-
it,
it would definitely be funny.
bro. The that's
Can
the
you
worst
just
part. The
imagine
banter
it?
is gonna last 4 years, dude. It's not
Yeah,
even like,
no.
oh, we'll be back next season. It's like, no, you
No,
could have
no,
entire
this-
generations.
You have to go build up your reputation again for the next
Bro,
3
stop,
years to
no
go back
way.
to this league.
Only a sociopath type of thing to say. Like,
Imagine-
that's what it is,
Bro, imagine doing that, coming back to your league, you win, let's say like a treble or domestic double. First thing they'll say will be like, yeah, but what place were you in the Super League?
20th.
Exactly, bro.
Like,
I mean,
Stop.
what?
if you want it, you have to fight for it.
Oh man, that was good,
Bro.
bro. I'm interested to see how they plan this out. Like the logistics of organizing a Super League like this, obviously, is going to be insane.
It's gonna
But
be
if they
half
do-
the amount of games, maybe like 15 teams.
Yeah, if they do pull it off though, listen. If they pull it off in a way that works, and it doesn't interfere with too many things, because I feel like it just will. I'm here for it. I'm here for Super League. I'll be down. You know what?
It's a dumb thing
Let's
to do.
get let's get wrecked 6-0 every weekend.
Nah,
Like,
bro.
Yeah, one every weekend instead of once every 4 years, and then just hope that you do something.
Logistically, it's stupid because you have to travel between all these countries, and
Well,
you don't want anyone to want to do it here in America.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it has to be less games. It has to be
it
less
has to
games.
be way less
It has to
games.
be less
Obviously.
games. It has to be
Yeah.
a less amount of teams.
Listen, we're not gonna do their work for them. But
Yeah.
it's still like
Again, don't
There's
create
the
that
idea.
and pay
Yeah,
attention to the World Cup, the club's
the
World
Club
Cup.
Yeah, I'm with that. Oh, that was a good way to end it. That was a good way to end the episode. Thank you everybody for joining us. All you bench warmers for tuning in.
I just can't imagine that being like in 19th place the entire season.
He's traumatized already, bro.
Because
Yeah,
like, imagine that, like you leave. It's like you leave your girlfriend for this other girl, right? Hey babe, I'm leaving you. I'm gonna go chill with this new girl, and then this new girl is just cheating you the whole entire time, and you find out at the end of the year, she's like, "Oh, I've been cheating this whole entire time," and you go back to your-
No, she did it in your face because you knew the results every single time.
Yeah, exactly. So she would make out with guys in front of you, and then you just be sitting there like, "Ah, shit."
You're just taking it. You're just taking the L every single time.
Exactly.
Literally, bro. Oh my
you'd be the
God.
guy in the room recording while everything happens, and then just to go back to your girl,
Bro.
you know, just for her to banter you because she probably won't take you back. So I don't know, man. That
Yeah, you fight for her for 3 years just to go back to her again.
To go back and then go back to 19. Bro, that's scary, dude. No way. Honestly, that would break. I think that would break some fans.
Oh,
bro.
that'll break fans. That'll break players, coaches.
Bro, no
That
way.
would destroy clubs.
Cause like imagine
That
like,
would destroy clubs.
Yeah, because you're saying it's a top 5 or top 4 clubs.
Top
like,
4 to make
they're
20.
leaving their leagues, thinking they're pretty hot shit. You know, like yeah, like I just won the Prem. I just won the Serie A, and then you get murdered.
just for shits and giggles. I just want to see who's in 4th place. And
we thought we thought we were gonna end it, but
We said
This-
today was
this
gonna be like a
idea.
very short recording.
yeah,
Apparently
man.
not.
I just want.
Listen,
All right, so imagine Lil going up against fucking Barcelona or Borussia right now.
Who they go against in Champions League?
They're not in Champions League.
No, they had to go against one of these teams. Lille was in Champions League. They were knocked out, but they were.
Oh
in
well,
Champions
yeah, I
League.
don't know who they went against, but as I'm saying, like they got knocked down.
I'll tell you real
They're
quick.
gonna get fucking.
Yes, they were. They came in. They came. They came last in their group against Valencia, Chelsea, Ajax. They had 1 point in the group stage.
Those aren't even like.
They went
You see,
Lille
we
went
wouldn't be
0-1.
in 19th place.
Lille went
Yeah,
0.
No,
Sorry, yeah.
you have teams like I'm sorry,
Lille
Lille.
went 0-1
We would
and
be
5.
like, I'd say we'd be like
Well,
at
yeah,
least like
you're
bottom
saying-
10.
You're saying we, but bro, the Lille fans are like, yo, what the hell are these guys talking about? Like, this shit better not happen, bro. 0-1 and 5 in their group.
Marco, I need you to give me more of these theories because I want
Bro, that
was
to dig into your brain. I want to know where you think where you
I mean,
you're going with these things.
you guys didn't want to think outside the box. I decided to do it.
Give me
So-
more of these. Give me more
So
of these.
let's say 4th places, you'd have Getafe from La Liga.
Can you imagine that? Like these are already, we already know who's gonna
You'd
be
have
the top, the bottom
Atalanta from Serie A.
3. Hey, they've been really good this year.
You would have Lille from Ligue 1. You would have Chelsea from the Prem. And you'd have Bayer Leverkusen from Bundesliga.
Yeah, no, I'm straight.
Bro, those teams are getting They're getting wrecked every weekend, bro. No way.
I mean,
No way. No way.
this would last 1 year because everybody would be like, nope, we're not doing this
Never
again.
do it again.
For real, dude. Oh man. So now, officially wrapping up this episode. Thank you again, everybody, for coming out, for tuning in, for getting your podcast for this Monday night, getting your serving, your twice a week serving of the BenchWarmers. Signing off real quick, we're gonna let you know and remind you that you can listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Stitcher by searching BenchWarmers FC. Eric, and where can they tell us that this Super League idea is the dumbest thing in existence?
You can let Marco know that his creative
Wow.
thinking to outside the box
I
leading
mean-
to this beautiful idea of Super League every 4
I-
years. All through Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, BenchWarmers FC1.
Nice.
I mean, I didn't see him throw any good ideas, so
Well,
I
where
don't know why
can they
he's talking.
watch-
But they can watch this and a lot more on YouTube at BenchWarmers FC TV.
I guess I
Nice.
can't say anything about the whole
If you want to send us any of your great ideas, make sure you email us to bench@benchwarmersfc.com.
Don't, because Eric is going to shut them down.
And like always, as always, we remind you, BenchWarmers fans, followers, to get in touch with us. Comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what your thoughts are. We want to hear from you. We want to give you a platform so we can
Have
share
your beautiful thoughts
and
like this
hear your
one.
voice.
Or
come
shut
out.
down by Eric.
to have your voice heard on the BenchWarmers. We're the BenchWarmers. This is the bench with a voice, where the bench is always warm.
Peace.
Good night, everybody.